What would you do if you were facing 6 years in prison? Would you show up to court sober, dressed to impress, ready to beg for mercy? Or would you get high on the same drugs you're being sentenced for? Today's case is insane. We got a mother of three caught with nearly 28 grams of meth in her Paris Hilton makeup bag. Yeah, you heard that right. She's claiming she can smoke an entire ounce in just 2 to 3 days. She brought her own scale to weigh her drugs. And here's the kicker. She admits she got high this morning before walking into court. The prosecutor wants prison time. The defense is begging for rehab. And this judge? He's about to drop some serious reality checks. Will this mother's brutal honesty save her or seal her fate? Let's dive into one of the most shocking drug cases we've ever covered.
All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 5145, State of Texas versus Missy Anna Torres. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Robert Burns for Ms. Torres.
And are you Ms. Torres? All right, you need to speak up so the court reporter can hear. All right, we're here for sentencing today. According to the plea bargain agreement, she pled no contest to count 2 of the indictment. She applied for deferred adjudication. The state is proceeding only on count 2 according to the plea bargain agreement. Punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison, and the state is silent on the defendant's application.
Hold up. Let's break down what just happened because this is crucial. She pled no contest to count 2. That means she's not admitting guilt, but she's not fighting the charges either. She's asking for deferred adjudication. Basically, she wants a judge to delay finding her guilty and give her probation instead. If she completes it successfully, the charges could potentially be dismissed. But, and this is a big but, the plea agreement already says 6 years in prison. The state is silent on her application, which in legal terms means they're not supporting it but not actively opposing it either. They're basically saying, Judge, this is your call. And folks, when the prosecution stays silent in a drug case involving nearly an ounce of meth, that's not a good sign. Let's see how her attorney tries to spin this.
The court requested that the defendant's criminal history be provided to the court. There were no objections to the court receiving that from the state. Is that correct?
Correct.
And any objections to the court reviewing that?
No, Judge, of course not.
All right. The state is silent. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, of course, Ms. Torres is hoping you'll grant her application for deferred. She's in self-employed cleaning houses. She has several customers that rely on her. She has a few kids. She's just asking for the court to maybe direct her to some outpatient treatment because she believes she needs some help with this problem. And other than that, again, she's just hoping you'll grant her application.
All right. You want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Missy Torres, Missy Anna Torres.
All right. So you're going to get drug tested today. What are the results going to be?
They will come back positive.
Positive for what?
Stop the tape. Did she just admit she's high right now? In court, while asking for leniency, this woman showed up to her drug sentencing hearing on drugs. I've covered hundreds of cases, and this might be the most self-destructive move I've ever witnessed. The judge asked a simple question. What will your drug test show? And she just casually admits she'll test positive for meth, the same substance she's being sentenced for. You can literally feel the energy shift in that courtroom. Her attorney is probably screaming internally right now. This is like showing up drunk to your DUI hearing. And watch what happens next. She's about to try to explain why she got high before coming to court. This is absolutely unbelievable.
Meth.
All right. So how often are you using meth?
I only do it when I'm under stress, and I did it because I could get denied for adjudication, so
I'm sorry, what?
I could get denied the application, so I just kind of was I just do it when I'm under stress. So I know I have a problem, and I don't do it like around my children. I don't do it, every day. It's just, when I'm under stress and I was, really scared. So, and really under stress. So I don't do it when I go to work. I don't do it, every day, like I said.
All right, so how many children do you have?
I have three,
What are their ages?
11, 8, and 5.
And where are they now?
Two of them are with their dad and one is with my grandma.
And there it is, the heartbreaking reality behind the addiction. 3 kids, 11, 8, and 5 years old. None of them living with their mother. She claims she only uses when stressed, but she literally got high because she was stressed about this court hearing. Think about the twisted logic here. I'm so worried a judge might send me to prison for drugs that I need to do drugs to calm down. And notice how she keeps saying she doesn't do it around her children? That's because her children aren't around. 2 with dad, 1 with great-grandma. This isn't just about one person's addiction anymore. This is about 3 kids growing up without their mom. The judge is about to dig deeper into this. And trust me, it's not going to help her case.
My grandma.
All right. With your grandmother, so their great-grandmother?
Yes.
All right. So, do you help take care of your children?
Yes.
How
I-
often?
I see them every other weekend and I don't pay child support, but I pay them. My exes and I have my daughter. My daughter is with me.
No, you just said your daughter is with the
Yeah, but
great-grandmother.
I live with my grandmother. This was it.
All right.
So I help take care of her. She
Right.
helps me take care of her.
Okay. So 1, I don't think it's appropriate for you to be cleaning houses
Okay.
because of the nature of this offense. And 2, I don't think it's appropriate for you right now to be taking care of your children.
That's why I'm asking for help, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what?
That's why I was asking for help, Your Honor. That's why
All right, your help is not going to be outpatient treatment if I grant this application for deferred adjudication. So you're going into custody today.
Okay.
All right. So it's just a matter of what I'm going to do with you.
Boom. The judge just dropped the hammer. You're going into custody today. Did you catch how quickly this escalated? She came in hoping for outpatient treatment, maybe some counseling sessions while keeping her job cleaning houses. But the judge just laid out crystal clear. She's not walking out of that courtroom. And did you notice his concern about her cleaning houses? He's thinking what we're all thinking. Someone with 28 grams of meth and a scale shouldn't have access to people's homes. This judge is not playing around. He's already decided she's going to jail. Now he's just deciding for how long. But wait, because the evidence discussion that's about to happen, it's going to reveal exactly why this case is so much worse than just simple possession.
I will tell you the court's issue, and if you want to address this, I know the state is proceeding on count 2 of possession, but she had a lot of drugs with her. So I don't understand, if you're working homes, then why do you have a scale with you? Because that's, according to this, you had drugs, you had a scale in your purse, and there were baggies totaling 32.0 grams.
Well, Your Honor, I was a heavy user back then, and it was.
Oh, you're not, I tell you what, I don't think, and if I'm wrong, correct me, I don't think you were using 32 grams of meth.
It was only 28.
No, you have meth here for 4.964 grams, and you also have meth for 27.459 grams. And what you pled to in count 2 was a possession 4 to 200 grams. So this is not a possession 1 to 4. So we're talking about 27 grams. And according to the stipulations, that what was found in your bag, it says, I searched her bag and inside a Paris Hilton makeup bag box were baggies, a scale, and crystal-like substance inside a cut vacuum sealed bag. That's from your Paris Hilton makeup bag.
Let's
So
talk about
the-
what 27 grams of meth actually means, because this judge is calling BS, and rightfully so. For context, a typical meth user might use 0.1 to 0.5 grams per day. She had 27 grams, plus a scale, plus multiple baggies, plus vacuum-sealed packaging. This isn't personal use packaging. This is distribution setup. The judge knows it. We know it. Everyone in that courtroom knows it. And the Paris Hilton makeup bag? The irony isn't lost here. From Hollywood glamour to hiding hard drugs, the judge is basically saying, look, we're not stupid. You weren't walking around with a month's supply of meth, your own scale, and dealer packaging just for personal use. But watch what happens next. She's about to make one of the boldest claims about drug consumption you'll ever hear in a courtroom.
So what I had, the meth was it was double bagged in a sandwich bag. So yes, ma'am, I know it was 20, but it's because that was my personal. I didn't have any other. And last time I went, they tried to only give me which was 14 grams. So I had to.
No, what I'm telling you is, they said the baggie found in Robert's pocket tested positive for meth and had a field weight of
That was
6.12
Robert's,
grams.
that wasn't mine.
No. I'm not saying that was yours. So the 6.12 grams that were found in his pocket, they're saying that was his. It was in his pocket. But the baggie, which was found in Missy's purse, tested positive for meth and had a field weight of 32.09 grams. Now, mind you, what they do in the field, I already know that testing drugs in the field are not legal for court. So I'm not considering the weight and what they said in the field. I'm considering what has been given to me for laboratory reports. So this was the professionals testing it, not a presumptive. And it says 27.459 grams was the net weight of the meth that you had in your Paris Hilton bag.
Yes, Your Honor. And I will say that I used to use a whole ounce within 2 to 3 days. So I was a heavy user. And
Hold on. She just claimed she uses an entire ounce of meth in 2 to 3 days. Let me put this in perspective for you. That's 28 grams in 72 hours. That's nearly 10 grams per day. Medical experts will tell you that 0.5 grams of meth per day is considered heavy use. She's claiming 20 times that amount. This is either the most severe addiction case we've ever seen, or she's desperately trying to convince the judge this massive amount was really for personal use. And here's where it gets even crazier. She's about to admit she travels with her own scale to make sure her dealer doesn't rip her off. She's literally confessing to drug dealing behavior while claiming she's not a dealer. The mental gymnastics here are Olympic level.
user. And they, like I said, they tried to give me half of that the last time. And right now it's going for 250. So if I'm paying 250, I wanted the whole thing. I wanted to make sure. I'm just being honest, and I'm sorry. Excuse me for being.
No, I
Transparent.
want you to be honest and I want you to be transparent.
I'm sorry for being transparent, but it's something that I feel like I worked for my money, and I didn't want just to get gypped again. I can promise you I didn't sell anything. It was because I've been gypped many times. So I did get it. Now it was double bagged because I don't know, that's the way they gave it to me. I can't, and it is my mistake and I'm taking full responsibility, but I wasn't selling drugs. I wouldn't. I guess I have a job, and back then I was, a heavy user where I would just do it before work, after work, and I didn't have my children in my life. Now I do have my children back in my life, and I'm trying to be a good mom. So I thank you for, giving me an inpatient program.
Well, no, I'm not saying I'm going to give you
I'm
inpatient.
sorry.
What I'm saying is that you're not walking out of this courtroom today. Either you're going to be going to prison or either you're going to be going to inpatient treatment. So it's very important that you be 100% honest with me, because I'm telling you, the state proceeded on a possession, but the amount of drugs you had and the way they were packaged, that's concerning for the court. So you're saying that you just bought a bunch of meth and you were saving it up for use?
So I would use within 2 to 3 days. That was all my personal. Like I said, they tried to sell me half of that one time, and I went back to the same person, but I said, I'm gonna weigh it myself to make sure I'm getting the right amount, because it's just, I'm an addict. I'm sorry, I am. And we're not.
So you travel with your own scale?
Well, at the time I did, because like I said, I've been gypped, and when you're an addict, that's all you think of, just how to get, make sure you're getting what you need. And honestly, I can see where I made my mistake, but I won't, I'm being honest with you. It was my skeleton measure. So my personal, that's it. And I don't know if Robert would tell you that was my personal as well. Like, I mean, I don't want to call him or anything, you can if you want to, but he would tell you that's what I used to pick
Oh, no, I'm not going to be calling Robert, because Robert probably has a case of his own.
Right. But I'm saying Robert can tell you too, within 3 days, maybe 2 to 3 days, really, it would have been gone and I would have been back doing it again. Now I don't. It was kind of like a stress thing. And
Where did you get your drugs to use today before you came to court?
Just an old friend. I hadn't talked to him since, and it was on Saturday when I knew it was, coming, and I guess I felt, under pressure.
If
Yes.
Can I say something? I think the fact that she would actually go out and do the same drugs that she's about to get sentenced for in a couple of days, I think really speaks to the fact that she has a serious addiction problem that I think only rehab can treat. And if you decide that's ISF or SATF or SAFE, we understand that, but I think she really needs treatment.
All right, this is what the court is there anything else for me to say? All right, this is what the court is going to do.
This judge just showed us what compassionate justice looks like. 6 years in prison, but, and this is huge, he's retaining jurisdiction for shock probation. For those who don't know, shock probation is basically a scared straight program for adults. She'll serve 180 days, 6 months, in prison, and if she follows every rule, takes every class, and shows genuine rehabilitation, her attorney can petition to get her out on probation instead. The judge is giving her one last chance, but it's entirely up to her. She needs to take parenting classes, join the therapeutic community, and prove she's serious about recovery. This isn't mercy. This is accountability with a path to redemption. After admitting she got high before court, carrying dealer-level quantities, and having her kids taken away, she's lucky she's not serving the full 6 years mandatory.
I see that she hasn't been to prison before. I'm going to find her guilty, sentence her to 6 years in the prison, the therapeutic community. There's to be no contact with Robert Marble, give her credit for any time served, and I'll retain jurisdiction.
Okay.
And you can explain to her what that means. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. I'll tell her. So here's the thing. When I say that I'm going to retain jurisdiction, what that means is they're going to take you to prison. If you're following the rules at the prison, if you're working on yourself, because they have programs at the prison, your attorney can file a motion. It's called shock probation. Back when I was growing up, they would have scared straight programs. So shock probation is sort of a scared straight program. So hopefully when you go to prison, you will clear your mind.
Yes.
The drug use or the addiction that you have, the craving that you have will be lifted. And if you are doing what you're supposed to do at the prison, if there are no bad reports at the prison, when your attorney comes back for a request for shock probation, I will strongly consider it. So while you're at the prison, you have 180 days. That's when he needs to bring it back before me before that time period. So you're going to do 6 months. And if you are doing well, if there are no write-ups against you, then the court will strongly consider giving you probation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So, well, I mean, these are going to be choices that you make. It's going to be completely up to you whether or not I strongly consider giving you probation. Your attorney will explain it to you further, but any programs that they have at the prison, like the therapeutic community, to address your issue, you need to take it. I know they have parenting classes at the jail. I don't know how long the transfer will be, but you need to take advantage of that. When you see people come before me and they've gone to anger management class, they've done parenting classes, they've availed themselves of everything at the jail and everything at the prison, that is what you need to do. You need to immediately sign up for it. If for some reason there's overcrowding and they don't give it to you, it would be better for you to have signed up for it than to just throw up your hands and say, I'm not trying. Do you understand?
Yes.
And next time, if you have a case before any judge, don't use before coming to court. You understand? But I do appreciate your honesty, but you're going to have to get your life in order. Otherwise, children is going to be without their mom. You understand? All right. Good luck to you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
What a roller coaster. Let's recap this absolutely wild case. A mother of 3 shows up to her drug sentencing high on meth, admits to carrying 27 grams in her Paris Hilton makeup bag with scale and baggies, claims she can smoke an ounce in 2 to 3 days, and somehow still gets a chance at redemption through shock probation. The judge sentenced her to 6 years but gave her a lifeline. Behave for 180 days in prison, and she might get probation instead. This case perfectly illustrates the devastating cycle of addiction. She got high because she was stressed about court, which guaranteed she'd go to jail, which causes more stress. Her 3 young kids are scattered between relatives, and she's cleaning houses while battling severe addiction. The judge's final words hit hard. Your children are going to be without their mom. What do you think? Was the judge too lenient giving her a shot at shock probation? Or was this the wake-up call she needed? Drop your thoughts below. If this case shocked you as much as it did us, smash that like button right now. Share this video with someone who needs to see how addiction impacts families. And if you want more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. We upload new cases every week that'll leave you speechless. Thanks for watching. Court is adjourned.